out before now, Central Copy 12 up. Going to be a Bill and Hope. I'm shut down. It's going to be a Kia UT Florida tag 97 Bravo Delta Romeo Tango. Just going eastbound on Bill, coming up the LHO.
Hello, this is Jason Matthews. I'm a recently retired law enforcement officer. I was also a use of force instructor and a taser instructor during my career. And in this video, I'm going to be commenting on this public domain video that was released out of Florida. I'll be giving you my perspective based on my training and experience and providing you some information that the general public doesn't know about law enforcement. I'll be watching and reacting to what I'm seeing in real time, just like you. Stay to the end to watch the full video without commentary. But before we get started, if you support the police, click the like button. And if you do not support the police, click the dislike button. It's anonymous, and I'm just curious of where you stand. Okay, let's get started. I did actually review a small portion of this video, and there are some glitches in the original video, as you'll see. And those glitches are a part of the video as it was released into the public domain by the agency. But I thought that this video has some really interesting things that you, the general public, might want to know. So I'm going to go ahead and go with it. And as we can see, we have an officer who was trying to stop a vehicle on a vehicle stop. And now it appears he has stopped his vehicle in front of a house, and he has his firearm, his service weapon drawn. So let's find out what's going to happen from here.
Alpha 49, TAC 4 Nelly forecast.
Do not move! He's stationary. Hey! Show me your hands! Sentry's jumping the fence in the backyard.
The officer has taken up a position here, and I mentioned this before in other videos, between the door and the main part of the vehicle. And that is because of cover and concealment. If he was to be shot at by a suspect, that's probably one of the most safest places to be, in that if he was being shot at, more than likely the engine would absorb the fire downrange coming towards him. And then it's just harder for a suspect to aim and hit the officer.
Sir, can you go back in the house? Is someone in your house? I just got a fleeing man just jumped the back fence back there. Yeah.
Now the officer has to deal with a couple different things. He's already in a possible dangerous situation. Now we have a resident coming out, trying to find out what's going on. And this is a distraction to the officer. And that's why he is asking him to go back into the house so that he doesn't have to deal with that distraction. And so if you're a member of the public, just realize that an officer may tell you to do something and you might not understand why that is. But there's always a reason and a method to what he's doing. And so this is to minimize his attention, because if something goes wrong, he is distracted and bad things can happen.
All right, stand by. I got a hot spot in that wooded lot directly across from 2629 Academy. I got a heat signature in the back corner. If you're looking.
He said, I see a hot spot. This is the pilot of the aircraft. It could be a co-pilot of the aircraft. Usually it's a helicopter. I haven't worked too much with helicopters, but I have worked some. And a hot spot means that they have something that is creating heat, and it's being picked up on this infrared camera. But it could be a dog, it could be a person, it could be a cat. So the pilot or the person who is monitoring this infrared is basically just telling the officer on the ground or the dispatch officer to relay to the officer on the ground that he has a heat signature, a hot spot. And that way the officer is aware that there could be someone down in that area where the pilot is observing the hot spot.
You're looking at the front of the wooded lot, the back left corner. Yeah, this might be him. It's a good sized hot spot. It's moving.
All right, K9's approaching now.
He said right past here, there's a wood lot.
As you heard, the officer said a K9 is approaching now. And the reason why he said that is so that the pilot or whoever's observing the infrared will know that the K9 is en route, and so he doesn't mix that up with the suspect.
Right on your right side. He's somewhere in this wood lot. You giving K9 warnings?
Yes, I am. I can't confirm he's armed or not.
All right, we're going to give K9 warnings, and then we're going to move to the backyard. Everybody hold.
One officer asked the other officer, are you getting K9 warnings? What's a K9 warning? A K9 warning is basically a dog, a K9 is giving hints that there could be someone in that area. And so the dog is giving, many dogs, for example, when I was a K9 officer, would give certain behaviors that the officer could recognize to be able to know if the dog is on a scent or not, a scent of the suspect.
What you got?
Sheriff's Office K9! Announce yourself or you're going to get dog bit! Sheriff's K9, come out! You will be bit! Bring your ass out here now!
Get your hands up!
Come here, come here. Here.
Get your hands up! Walk out to me! Do it now! The dog's about to come back in. Let me hear you.
Backing up, Tommy.
Just in case you're not aware, they're having the suspect come out of the bushes, out of the brush, out of the vegetation, so they don't have to go in, because if an officer has to go into vegetation, they're putting themselves at risk. It just makes things more complicated and it's more dangerous. So rather than that, they have a suspect come out of an area instead of having officers go into an area.
Let me hear you. Keep your hands up. Walk to me.
He's walking out. Stand by.
Keep them hands up. That's it. Keep coming back. Keep them hands where I can see them, man.
I'm going behind you.
Yep.
Sit.
Yep. Keep coming back.
Gotcha. Sit.
Keep coming back. Keep them hands up.
Keep coming out, bud.
Come on.
Quiet. Sit. Sit.
Keep coming back. Turn around. Face away from me. Okay, and get on your knees.
Sit. Right.
The officer said, turn around and face away from me. Get on your knees. What's happening is the officer is putting that suspect in a state of disadvantage, a position of disadvantage. Whereas the suspect, if he has his back turned, the officer, number one, can see the suspect's hands, and also if he needs to fire a shot of a taser, for example, or a firearm, he has a clear shot. Also, the suspect cannot see what the officers are doing if he's turned the opposite way. And now they asked him to get on his knees. That's just another position of disadvantage, because if someone's on their knees, then they're less likely to be a threat and less likely to escape.
Put your hands on top of your head. Cross your feet, man. Sit on them.
Put your hands on top of your head, cross your feet. This is very standard procedure in most agencies and departments. This is the way it's done, with some very minor variations. Again, having the officer tell him to cross his feet is putting that suspect at a further disadvantage. So they're putting him at a very, very strong disadvantage, where if he wants to try and get up and run, he's going to have to uncross his feet, or if he wants to try and assault the officers, for example, he would have a very hard time doing so. And then having him put his hands on his head, they're going to put him in a position to easily handcuff him. Now, in some agencies, they will, instead of having the person put their hands on top of their head, they will have them put their hands at their back, in the small of their back, facing each other. So it varies, but it's the basic same standard procedure.
Steve, can you give me a light?
Give me a second.
Don't move.
Light.
All right.
Light. Light.
The officer said, don't move, to the suspect. And then, if you notice carefully, it appears that he holstered his weapon, and now you can see he's pulling something off of his belt or his vest, and that is handcuffs. This is standard procedure also, but it does appear he has something in his other hand. So I'm not clear, but normally what would happen is, if you go in for arrest, you want to holster a weapon because you don't want to accidentally fire that weapon or lose the weapon while you're going in for the arrest. And usually there's a cover officer who is covering while one officer goes in and makes the arrest.
Light.
Don't move, you're going to get dog bit. Keep that hand up here.
Light.
Keep that hand up here.
Light.
As you can see, as they're putting handcuffs on the suspect, the way handcuffs are set up is, if you were to press down on the handcuffs, the swivel on the handcuff will automatically, if you press down hard enough, come back up and close automatically.
One male detained.
Good job, everyone. Everyone, thank you. Awesome job, K9.
As you heard there, it sounds like the pilot or the co-pilot is relaying via radio, good job. This is standard. This happens all the time in law enforcement. Whenever a mission is accomplished and the mission's over and they arrest someone who they suspect to have committed a crime, it's all high fives, basically, virtual high fives. And it's just common courtesy. It's a way of camaraderie.
Let me get a unit back here by me. Signal 0 in the woods where this male was.
Yeah, he was trying, his brother was driving around. And by the time I saw the tag, oh, that's a gun.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Signal 0.
I believe she just said, oh, that's a gun. If you heard it differently, put in the comments what you heard. But I believe that's what she said.
That's it.
This right here is evidence. This is more than likely back at the police station in an evidence room. This is standard procedure. This is not just for YouTube. This is not just for the video. It's a standard procedure to take to take a photograph of all the evidence together. And many times you see there's a scale up there in the far right-hand corner to take a weight and then a weight of the evidence and then take a picture of how much it weighs. So this is for evidence collection purposes and could be used in a court of law. Okay, before we play the full video without commentary, if you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to be notified when new videos are released. If you have any comments on future videos you want me to do, or you have questions about this video, post them down in the comments. And take care and have a great day.
Tag 97 Bravo Delta Romeo Tango is going eastbound on Beale, coming up the LHO.
traffic, Alpha 49, TAC 4 forecast.
Do not move. He's stationary. Hey! Show me your hands! Sentry's jumping the fence in the backyard.
49 copy, 2668.
Sir, can you go back in the house? Is someone in your house?
Verify if it's the Evans subject.
I just got a fleeing man. Just jumped your back fence back there. Yeah.
All right, stand by. I got a hot spot in that wooded lot directly across from 2629 Academy. I got a heat signature in the back corner. If you're looking at the front of the wooded lot, the back left corner. Yeah, this might be him. It's a good sized hot spot and it's moving.
All right, K9's approaching now. He's right past here. There's a wood lot. Right on your right side. He's somewhere in this wood lot. You giving K9 warnings?
Yes, I am. I can't confirm he's armed or not.
All right, we're going to give K9 warnings and then we're going to move to the backyard. Everybody hold what you got.
Sheriff's Office K9! Announce yourself or you're going to get dog bit! Sheriff's K9, come out! You will be bit! Bring your ass out here now!
Get your hands up!
Come here, come here. Here.
Get your hands up! Walk out to me! Do it now! The dog's about to come back in! Let me hear you!
Backing up, Tommy.
Let me hear you! Keep your hands up! Walk to me!
He's walking out. Stand by.
Keep them hands up! That's it. Keep coming back. Keep them hands where I can see them, man.
I'm going behind you.
Yep.
Sit.
Yep. Keep coming back.
Gotcha. Sit.
Keep coming back. Keep them hands up.
Keep coming out, bud.
Come on.
Quiet. Sit.
Keep coming back. Turn around. Face away from me. Go ahead and get on your knees.
Sit. Live.
Put your hands on top of your head.
Sit.
Cross your feet, man.
Live.
Sit on them.
Live.
Steve, can you give me a light?
Give me a second.
Don't move.
Sit. Live.
All right.
Live. Live. Live.
Don't move. You're gonna get dog bit. Keep that hand up here.
Live.
Keep that hand up here.
Live.
One male detained.
Good job, everyone. Everyone, thank you. Awesome job, K9.
Let me get a unit back here by me. Signal 0 in the woods where this male was.
Yeah, he was trying, his brother was driving around. And by the time I saw the tag, oh, that's a gun.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Signal 0 in the woods.
That's it.
He supposedly had a fanny pack on him.